Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Tampa Bay Real Producers Podcast. This, of course, is the podcast that is made for real producers, by real producers, and with none other than Tampa Bay's real producers. We also are powered by Top Producers Nation, which you can check out at topproducersnation.com to learn more about how to become a top producer in your desired market. There are courses and online resources to help you do that as a real estate agent, no matter what market you might be serving in. So here we get to hang out with one of our local guests, Kim Adams. How are you, Kim?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It was cool to meet you last night.
Yes.
Kim was just recently featured in the Tampa Bay Real Producers magazine. She was put in just recently. I know we gave you your frame last night, so we don't have it here right now, but we also got a chance to hang out with her at our holiday party last night. So it was great to have you there. Kim, will start a little bit for people who might not have had a chance yet to check out your article or see anything in the feature yet. So we'll just kind of start a little bit with your background.
Okay.
How did you get to Tampa? Did you grow up here? If not, when did you come? And what eventually got you interested in real estate?
All right. Well, I'll start back in Indiana, where I'm from, born and raised,
Nice.
Hoosier. Had my real estate license.
You must be like a bored basketball fan, right? Isn't that
Oh, yeah,
part of
we
the
do
DNA
love the
up
basketball.
there?
Oh, yeah, everybody has to have basketball. I got my real estate license, and the very first commission check that I received, we had two boys. So our garage faced to the rear, and we had a basketball court at each end of our big parking pad. So we had our own full court basketball right there.
That's a
so
rite
it
of
was
passage
the local
for Indiana
hangout.
boys, I
Yeah. So they were young, but when we moved out there, they were like first grade and kindergarten. So that's when I had my real estate license, while they were young.
Okay.
And then my husband started a dumpster business. So we had that for 19 years.
This was in Indiana.
In Indiana.
Okay.
We ended up selling that in 2012, but I had to give up my real estate license at the time and give up real estate to help with the family business. So I had my license for 5 years, and then it was great. The family business was great. And then we decided we wanted to sell it and move to Florida. We took a year and just played.
Yep.
We bought our house in Tarpon Springs. It was originally going to be just our little vacation home. And 6 months later, we were like, we just want to be here full time.
What brought you down other than the weather, or was that the main factor?
You know, we fell in love with Tarpon Springs, but we always did motorcycle trips. We have motorcycle. We always did winter motorcycle trips. We would trailer our bike down to Florida and go all over Florida, from the Keys to the Panhandle, East Coast, West Coast, all over.
Nice.
So we had kind of narrowed it down to the West Coast little area that we liked, and then our friends bought in Tarpon Springs. So we just fell in love with the area. It's a great
There's
little
a cool
community.
picture in your article with, is that you and your husband
Yes.
on a motorcycle right there? Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember seeing that. I was like, that's a neat picture to have in the article for sure.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks. We had a great
Thanks to Rob over
photographer.
there.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
We had a lot of fun. Yeah. We
cool.
do a lot of motorcycle riding. So
Harleys, or what's your brand?
it's a Harley. Yeah.
Of course.
We had a Road Glide. We had 140 some thousand miles that we put on that bike. We could never vacation when we had the dumpster business on the motorcycle in the summer, ever.
Yeah, right.
We could only get away in the winter when nobody was getting dumpsters.
Right.
So we'd always trailer it down to Florida, the warmest spot in the country. But as soon as we sold the business, the first thing we did was like book our trip to Sturgis. And now every single summer, typically the whole month of August, we're traveling somewhere on the bike.
Still now. Just mostly up north then, I guess, during that time of year? And
all over mountain. I mean,
most of your family
done
still up in Indiana, or do you have most people down here now?
Most of the kids and grandkids are still in Indiana.
Right.
My granddaughter, who's 22, lives with me.
Okay.
But the other 13 grandkids and
Look at that. What a legacy
4
you guys
kids.
have.
Yeah.
13 grandkids.
We have 14 total.
I'm working on it,
yeah.
Kim. I'm working on it. I have my 6th kid on the way, so give me some time, and we might have that 13 grandkids. Who knows where we'll go.
So our funnest trip ever was out. We went up through Indiana, Wisconsin, over to South Dakota, down the Pacific Coast Highway, and then made our way back. It was a little over 9,000
That's awesome.
miles. It was amazing. Yeah.
Just you and your husband?
So and another couple that usually ride their bikes with us.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I had a aunt and uncle from New Jersey who used to love their bikes, and they would ride it down to Texas because that's where his family was from.
Oh, fun.
And so I remember growing up as a kid, that was something they did every single year. Just take the bike and drive down to Corpus Christi.
Not fun
Texas.
in August when we travel, but
Yeah.
yes, that would be a great trip.
Yeah, no doubt.
We want to
They
go to
did it every year.
Texas sometime, but more in the fall or something. But yeah. So anyway, when we got here, I got my real estate license. Oh,
So that was 2012. Did I hear you right?
2012, we sold our business. 2013, we bought our house in Tarpon.
Cool. That's the same time I came down, actually.
Took
February
a year
2013.
and played. And then the 2015 is when I got my license here.
Cool. So
Yep.
did you always know that you wanted to get back into real estate again?
Oh, yeah. I loved it. Yeah. I couldn't wait to get back into real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then did your husband also get into business again when he got down here?
No, he's basically retired now. He did a little bit of
the dumpster business, and then
he
now
did
he's
not
riding
want
a
to do
bike,
dumpster. He didn't want to own a business anymore. He was over that. He did go to work for a solar company for a while doing some sales just because he's super passionate about solar. Just to help people more than anything.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when you got licensed in 2015, what's your journey been like since then? Has it been like, was it easy for you to get started again in a market down here that you didn't really, I'm assuming you didn't have a huge network or anything down here, right?
I knew very few people, knew nobody. The very first thing I did was join the Palm Harbor Chamber, which is right there by me, and the Tarpon Springs Chamber because I wanted to focus close to home. And got very involved in both of those. So immediately joined committees and just started building relationships. And my husband was like, "You're investing all this time and you're not making a dime." I'm like, "Well, it will, just give me some time. I have to establish some relationships and get some roots planted."
Yeah.
And so I worked on that, and then eventually was invited to be on the board of directors. So I was on the board for both chambers. Palm Harbor 7 years, was the chairman of the board for a year there too, and then 6 years in Tarpon Springs, and I'm still very active in both chambers.
Nice. Is most of your business in those areas, Kim?
I would say the majority is. I work all over Pinellas, Pasco counties, but the majority, I focus on those areas as far as my marketing and my target. But I was showing properties in Bel Air last night, so I'm all over.
Okay. So is it fair to say that your focus there in those early times, and maybe ever since your business has grown, has it been organic, where it's just been about building relationships, establishing a referral base?
Yes.
Has that been the strategy from the get-go, or have there been other things that you've also done with that?
That was the main thing. When I first got my license in Florida, I went with Keller Williams for a couple of years. They have a lot of great training.
Yep.
So I went every day to training and learned all of that stuff, went to their bold training and all of that. But I'm not a cold call person, which is what they taught a lot of. I was like, this is just not me at all. So I'm relational. I'm social. I want to be out and about. I don't want to be sitting at a desk making phone calls all day. So that didn't work out real well for me. And I always knew I wanted to go to RE/MAX. I love the brand. I love the recognition globally of RE/MAX. I had been with RE/MAX in Indiana. So I always knew I wanted to get there, but I also knew that it's more experienced agents typically. There's not as much training as was available with KW. So went with the office in Palm Harbor and love it because it's local. So if I'm meeting clients and things, we have a really nice office, coffee bar, all of that kind of stuff.
What year did you join RE/MAX?
It was, I think I'm on my 8th year. Yeah. So I'm going into my 8th year there.
Okay.
Yeah.
At RE/MAX, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going into my 10th
9
year.
years, so you went to RE/MAX pretty quickly.
Yeah. Next year will be my 10th year having my license. So, yep. I was only at KW 2 years, and then I'm just kind of I'm not one of the agents that want to bounce around agency to agency. I want to
You found
stay
the home.
put. Yes, and I love it.
That's good. And there are a lot of agents that do bounce around, that's for sure. So
yes.
I think there is a lot of value in trying to find that brand that you just are really comfortable with and that you feel like is providing what you need, right?
Yep. Yeah.
If you think back to that first year again and how things grew for you, was there a turning point at some point in your business here in Florida that you felt like, now I feel like this is really heading in the direction I wanted? Did it take longer than your first year? What was that time frame like?
I did fairly well for my first year. A lot of agents have one closing, two maybe.
Yep.
I had a closing right away. I was really involved in our church too, so I immediately had clients. I mean, I made 30,000 my first year, which I was happy with.
Sure.
I mean, I was already basically semi-retired. We had some rental properties, but I was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
I'd like to
It's a
double
start.
that. Yeah. So the next year I doubled it with KW. And then when I went to Remax, he asked me, what do you want to do? I was like, I'd love to make 100,000. And that first year at Remax, I made over 100. And I was like, okay, great. This is fun. You know? So I've joined more networking groups and things like that too. Just not just the chamber through the years. So
What do you think is important when you're getting yourself out there and tapping into these networking groups? Like has there been any certain principles that have worked well for you to make sure that you're not just wasting time in these groups, but that you're actually taking advantage of them the way that you want to?
the most important thing is connection, just really connecting. You can't just show up and then not connect with the people. So the one-to-ones, the concern for people, just really getting to know people and getting that heart-to-heart relationship has been important. And then I do some volunteering.
I think a lot of people make a mistake of joining these networking groups and they're almost like, what can they do for me? Right?
Yes.
Rather than joining from the mindset of like, I want to get to know who's here and how can I potentially serve the members. And that's how you do get connected, right?
Exactly.
Like people can feel when you're just in it for yourself.
Right. Like I said,
right
I joined
away.
committees and things like that, like fundraising committees and, where you're collaborating on a smaller scale with people too.
Yeah.
So then you're really getting to know people better. I would say if I look at most of my business right now, it has trickled down from the networking. And now, since I've been in the business long enough, a lot of referral business comes back to me from my prior
What percentage of your
clients,
business
too.
is referral now? Do you know?
I would say probably half now. I
So
get
a
a lot of
solid chunk.
referrals now. Yes. 'Cause,
And the rest is still just organic connection and
still connection.
doing your networking
and
thing still.
now I have a lot of Google reviews too. So I'll get calls just like, I read all your Google reviews and I have to work with you. I just want to work with you. So
that makes sense. Helping
Yeah.
that online brand a little bit.
yep.
So
Yep.
you mentioned earlier, I think it was off camera, that your best year so far it was 2021, right?
Yes.
Now, did you find, Kim, that your business just kind of gradually kept growing year upon year, or has that been the experience, or has it been more kind of up and down and volatile?
It's been gradually growing year to year. That COVID year was just insane when everybody was moving here from everywhere. So that year was off the charts, but I mean, I'm pretty close to that year this year, actually. So, but that year was the biggest ever, and I didn't sleep much.
Yeah. I wonder why. There seemed like a lot of organic traffic that was just getting flooded into the market, huh?
Yes. Everybody wanted to move into Florida that year.
Right. And so I know you've done just around 20 million a year for the last couple of years. And it's as an individual agent, right? There's not
Individual.
a
I
team.
don't have a team, just
Right.
me.
Yeah. Is that the way you plan on keeping it? Do you like that,
Yeah,
that business
I like
model?
that. Yes. I turned down a lot of opportunities to buy leads and have, referral leads given to me, or I mean, I'll take the leads if somebody's given me one, but I don't join a lot of things to purchase leads and things like that.
Right.
Actually, I don't join any to do that. So I'm comfortable where I am, and I'm kind of a micromanager, I guess. So I like to
That
just
could be tough when you're managing a team.
Yes. So I have no goal to do a team.
Yeah.
I like just being an
It's
individual.
great. I mean, everyone has to find their own path, you
Yeah.
know? And we've had people on this show who, like, that's why they got into real estate, was to build a team, and that's their focus. And they
Yes.
get driven. That's how they fill their bucket.
Yeah.
And then I think we've also had people like yourself who just love being an agent, you know, and
Just
crush
love
it by serving your clients and building it that way. So that's kind of the nice thing about real estate is there's more than one way, you know, to be able to be successful at it. You just got to find your niche and stick with it, I guess.
Yep. And
Is
I have
there-
a great guy at the office that helps me, another agent that helps me when I travel, which I usually just travel the month of August. That's the main time we're gone. Which
Biker
is
time?
usually, and that's usually the yuckiest weather here in Indiana or in Florida. It's like tropical storm season.
It's a good time to get out.
Yeah, kids are already back in school, so the families aren't really looking. The snowbirds definitely aren't looking then. It's hot everywhere in the country, so nobody's like, let's go to Florida.
Yep.
So it's a great month to get out of here.
Have you ever done any of the bike things up in Lake George, New York? Is that area ring a
No,
bell?
I haven't. I'm not
So when I
familiar
was a
with
kid,
those.
I used to go up there a lot, and they always had like a big bike week up there, and it
Okay.
would be, it felt like hundreds of thousands
Oh,
of
I'm
bikers
sure.
that would just swamp this little area of New York, upstate
Is that
New
like
York.
okay? I was going to say
it's
upstate. Where
upstate.
I've been in upstate New York. It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Yeah, it's called Lake George, so it's
Okay.
probably about 2 hours north of New York City, I guess.
Okay.
Over in that area. But I was just curious
Nice.
because I know that a lot of bikers come from all over the country to be able to go check that out. Up in that area. So I know you mentioned already that you have the biking lifestyle. What else do you guys love to do for fun when you guys are just having fun in the area?
Well, we love to go out on the water. We have jet skis, so our bike's on the water. We
Nice.
love going out to the islands and, just being out. And
You guys live in Tarpon Springs now? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
do you
really
live on
easy
the water?
we just put the
old
jet
sponge
skis
dock
in.
areas, huh?
Oh, yeah. The sponge docks are fun.
They are.
Yeah.
People all over the world know about those sponge docks.
But Anclote Key out there and Three Rooker Islands, all those beautiful. It looks like the Bahamas out there. So we just love to
pretty.
just get out there and relax and hang out with the kids, grandkids. We're still involved in our church. My dad was a pastor, so
wow.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
What church
So
you guys go to?
we go to the chapel.
Is that in
Trinity?
Tarpon Springs?
It's in Trinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not
Oh,
too
I've
far.
heard of that before. We
Yeah,
go to
it's great.
Hillsdale over off of Ehrlich.
Oh, yeah.
Off the Veterans.
I've seen that.
But I have some friends that I think were telling me about going there before at the chapel.
Yeah.
Have you guys been
it's
there for a
fun
while?
church. Yeah, we've been there a while. It's great.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you were to give some advice, Kim, to somebody who was, looking for their path in real estate, I know we've talked a lot about just the importance of networking and how it built your business.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you would share to help an agent who maybe is struggling a little bit to try to find that path or not exactly sure what they need to do to get things to the right level? Like any advice you would share there?
I would tell a new agent if they don't like cold calling. Obviously, there's a lot of people that do that, and I don't like door knocking either. But find what you're passionate about. Maybe this is a school board. If you have children, and build relationships with those people, build a name for yourself that way. Get involved in your community somehow. Like I'm always at a First Friday in Tarpon. I'll have my table out there and just talking to people. So just getting your face in front of people and talking to people, because when you get your license, sometimes a lot of agents just think they're going to sit around and their phone's going to ring. Because they're a licensed agent. It doesn't work that way. You have to get out and meet people and talk about real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And you have to be patient, right? Because a lot of these conversations, you might not feel like it's going anywhere.
Right.
But you never really know when you drop that seed what it might lead to 6 months from now.
Correct.
And so it's just being genuine about wanting to really truly serve, and who knows where it might go,
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. And you hear that all the time from agents. So it's like it's really a mindset of, am I committed to trying to make this business work?
Yeah.
Rather than just looking for some quick, short-term success,
Right. And it's hard to do it part-time. So I would say, try to do it full-time, because part-time's tough.
Yeah.
You want to get that full-time in there, and like you said, it just takes a little time to plant those
And you dove in
roots.
full-time right away, right? When you were down here?
Yes, I
Right.
did.
And that's hard for some people if they're not sure what they're going to make and they know they still need to earn X.
Yes. And you could join a team, I guess. I didn't do that, but if you need it, I know single moms who get their real estate license and they can't wait 6 months to get a check.
Right.
So you could find a team that needs help, and they'll give you the leads. And yes, you have a bigger commission split you have to give, but at least you start getting a paycheck straight,
And so
sooner.
you kind of build that stability, and then maybe you do go off on your own or whatever.
Exactly.
And a lot of people follow that path as well. Yeah, I think it's smart. I mean, you mentioned the idea of the importance of your community, and it's tied obviously to networking.
Yes.
But we've talked about this before too on this show, like the importance of identifying what niche you really want to serve and what that community is for you, because it is probably different for everybody, and it could be a geographic community, like a neighborhood or two, or it could just be like a specific type of client, right? Whether that's the military or first time or senior living or whatever it might be. But like you said, trying to find something that you think that you would really enjoy in terms of being passionate and serving them.
Yes.
That I think is a big key to helping people build their business that way.
Yes. So like I have a heart for children. And with the Palm Harbor Chamber, Palm Harbor has no mayor. So the chamber has an honorary mayor. So I ran for the honorary mayor, and you raise funds for something you're passionate about, which I chose the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch. And now this just had the 9th annual Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch, what we call Ranch Ride. It's a poker run.
Nice.
And we raise funds for the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch. So
that's cool.
So I was honorary mayor 2 terms with Palm Harbor.
Nice.
Just by volunteering and serving and fundraising, something I was passionate about.
Right.
And I've made a lot of connections through that.
Right. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And finding even those causes, like you just said, that you think can really, it's funny how like when you really put yourself out there with things that you care about, you tend to attract other people who also, of course, care about similar things.
Yes.
And then because
and
of
there's
that,
a bond.
it just, that starts to form the connection where they find out you're into real estate and relationships start getting happening. So it's not rocket science. It makes sense. It's just common knowledge. But a lot of people, I think, lack the patience sometimes to see that through.
Right. And the vision. They don't have the vision for it. Yeah.
And you're, one of many agents actually that we've got blessed enough to interview that have seen that there is success with that strategy. You just have to be willing to watch it through and have that vision, like you just said.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of rapid fire things for people to get to know you a little bit more, Kim. So do you have a favorite movie or TV show?
Oh, gosh. I always loved. Yeah, Wild Hogs was always a fun one.
What's that other one? Something about choppers? Is there like a chopper show? West Coast choppers or something?
Yeah, I never got into that one.
That's it.
I do love the comedies, but what is that one with Nicolas Cage where he's family? He goes back. Family Man. I love that show.
Family Man.
Yes,
all right.
I love that show.
I've never seen that. It's a show or a movie?
Oh, it's a movie. Yes, with Nicolas Cage. It's really good. You'll have to add that to your list. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a Christmas movie? Oh, interesting. He goes back in time?
Yeah. He's given a glimpse of what his future would have been if he'd have went with his fiance. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's all I'm going to say. You got to watch it. It's really good.
Family Man it is. All right. Do you have a favorite book, author, seminar maybe that you've ever attended that you feel like has made a huge impact on you, personally or professionally?
I don't read a lot of books. I've never been much of a book reader except for the Bible. I have to say that.
That's a great collection of books. Can't go wrong with that.
That's my go-to.
There you go. Is that part of your daily routine?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, me as well.
Yes.
Every morning, definitely important to get that soul lined up, you know?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's
What's
my
your favorite? Do you have a favorite Bible verse?
I would have to say my favorite one would be to just casting all your cares on him, because sometimes things just feel overwhelming and your mind, body, everything just gets overwhelmed with stress. And when I remind myself just to turn it over to him, it just lightens that load. Yes. Amen. So that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Tap it into the soul here, Kim. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's cool. Did you say that you're part of the leadership team or anything at your church as well, or you got just 10 as
My
members?
husband and I are young adult group leaders. So
Nice.
we have the 18 to 30-year-olds over to our house for a dinner party where we just kind of form a place for them to connect and build relationships with each other. That's a hard age group for people.
Yep.
And since my 22-year-old granddaughter lives with us, that was kind of the motive to get that age group over to the house to help her build some relationships too, because she's real shy. But so that's
very cool.
That's what we do.
And you said that you had 2 boys and now 13 grandkids? 2
girls. 2 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, you had 4, okay.
Yes. My daughter's 40. And then from there, they go 35, 34, 33 are the kids' ages. So
and most of them are in Indiana now?
They are all in Indiana now.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, at least you got a reason to ride the bikes up there, huh?
Yeah. And the grandkids range from 22 down to 2 months.
Oh, wow. So you got quite a gap there.
Yes.
That's awesome. That must be fun, though, when you get a chance to go see them, and it gives you a lot of reason to get that bike up there and check out the family, right?
We'll go in the car.
They're probably thinking, I got to get down to Florida to hang out with Grandma and Grandpa,
We are the vacation destination most of the time,
Yeah, especially this time of year, right?
Yeah,
get the heck out of the cold and come on down.
Uh-huh.
Very cool. Well, Kim, it was great to have you here. Again, your story, I think, you never really know elements of people's stories of how they become successful and how it inspires people, right? To be able to follow a certain path. Because as you said earlier, there's a lot of different noise out there of like the way that you could do real estate, right?
Of course.
And for some training programs are all about, hitting the phones and calling the for sale by owners, or hitting the phones and calling your expired listings, or whatever the case may be. But there's more than one way to be successful in the business. You obviously have proven that. And for many agents, I think that's a strategy that they would want to emulate, right? And seeing that you made it work, hopefully it gives some hope that there is a path there, right?
Yes.
To be successful with it. If somebody did want to pick your brain a little bit more, just to follow up with you on anything that you went through, we didn't really get a chance to talk a ton yet about challenges. I don't know if there's like one thing that comes to mind at all in your journey that you feel like was a big obstacle that you had to overcome. Does anything come to mind with that question?
I guess the biggest thing I had to overcome was adjusting to time away from my husband while I'm working all the time.
Yeah.
That kind of took a little adjustment period, but now since he's on board, he obviously he benefits from me working a lot too.
For sure.
He helps me. He'll come now. He might hang out with me.
He wants a new bike. He can.
He got a new bike. Yeah, he already got his new trike.
Go to his sugar mama there. Take care of that, right?
Yeah, we kind of reversed roles where it was him doing the dumpster business and I was just Alan's wife.
Right.
And now everywhere we go, he's like, "Oh, you're Kim's husband."
That's funny.
But he's fine with it.
He's probably loving it.
And he loves to cook and he loves to clean. So it works really well.
Very cool.
And we still spend a lot of time together, obviously, with our travels, and we make little getaways. We were in Key West last week.
How long you been married now?
It'll be 38 years.
Very cool.
In July.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
We've been married 12, so that's inspirational in and of itself, right there.
Yeah. But that was the original challenge, though, especially at the beginning. And now we're past that. So
very cool. Well, again, if somebody did want to pick your brain a little bit more, just to talk about your journey or anything that you experienced in that process of getting the community and networking approach to work for you,
yes.
What's the best way for someone to reach you?
So the best way to reach me, call or text 727-300-6560, 727-300-6560, and then my email, kimadams.agent@gmail.com.
Very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last question I have for you. We call it our legacy question, which is to get you to think a little bit about those days that hopefully are still in the future where you're sitting on that rocking chair and you're thinking about what legacy or what would I want to be most remembered for? What thoughts come to mind in terms of what do you think would be most important for you personally or professionally in terms of that legacy and how you'd want to be most remembered?
I would say I would love to be remembered as someone who truly cared, took the time to listen and was helpful and caring, I guess, and kind.
I could see that. You have a very warm personality and smile there, Kim. So I can see that already gives the connection that you would be caring. So I can see why your clients would trust you for sure.
Thank you. And my tagline I say all the time now is whether you're buying or selling your castle or your shack, Kim Adams has your back. I have helped people with their mobile homes up to their mansions, and they're going to get the same level of care and service no matter what.
I love that. Yeah. That's a great tagline too. Hopefully that's on your website or a business card or something.
Yeah,
right? Yes.
Yeah, it is. And my husband has it on his shirt, so he likes to walk around saying she's always on my back.
That's awesome. Well, Kim, it was great to have you here. I'm glad that we got a chance to get to know each other a little bit more, and it was cool to meet you yesterday.
Thank you.
Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome to come now moving forward. So you'll start getting invited to a lot of our MVP socials monthly now since you've been featured, and we always do them on the first Thursday of each month.
Okay.
You'll see them again starting in February of next year. And so you're always welcome to come. You can bring your husband as well if you guys just want to come out and meet some people. So
all right. That sounds wonderful.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So guys, we'll end the episode the way we always do, which is with a challenge to the audience. I always encourage anybody who might be watching through any of the 15 whatever podcast platforms that we're on. If you haven't subscribed, by the way, to the podcast, just click the button below. That way you'll be notified every time a new episode drops, which is weekly. But what is one action step that you can take from our conversation with Kim today that would allow you and propel you forward personally or professionally to get things to the next level? Maybe it's, making a decision to commit to your community, right? Whatever community it might be. Maybe it's identifying what that niche is going to be, right? For you, Kim was able to do that with her local area and some of the nonprofits that she mentioned. But what is it for you? Maybe that's the path that you want to take, but you've been a little bit unsure about whether that's the right thing to do because you got people in your ear telling you need to call this and do that. And there's 15 other shiny penny approaches that you can take. But, Kim is proof that you can just focus in on one and it will work, right? If you stay committed to it. Maybe you need to watch, what was it? Family Man? Is that the name of the movie? Yeah. So Family Man might be your action step, and that's cool too, right? Or who knows? Maybe you need to commit to reading your Bible on a daily basis, like Kim also does, to give you that peace that we all yearn for at times, to feel that fulfilling nature there. So whatever it might be for you, but what's an action step that you can take that's going to propel you forward and make the time that you invested in listening to the show worth it? And that way, if you start developing that habit, it'll make the impact that you're looking for over time. So we'll see you, of course, on the next episode of Tampa Bay Real Producers Podcast. Check us out again at topproducersnation.com to learn more about how to be a desired or top producer in your desired market. We will see you there. Later.